Hello, everyone. Welcome to Conversations3X, presented by IE Horizons. It is a space to reset and be empowered, listening to stories and experiences of others who have gone through their own shared struggles and learning. Today, I'm talking to Anu Kumar. Anu Kumar is a Microsoft Certified Trainer and a professional instructor at Langara College in Vancouver, BC. And she has been teaching in the field of computers for more than three decades. But she came to Canada as an immigrant and had a learning curve before settling down into this beautiful field of teaching students. She believes that one must be a lifelong learner to be able to teach successfully. And she has been following the principles of Bhagavad Gita, emphasizing the importance of your effort without focusing and caring about the results. It's a very important thing. And let's hear and learn from her. Hello, Anu. Welcome to Conversations3X. I'm so glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here with you, for giving me this opportunity to share. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I have shared a little bit about your background in my introduction. It's just a very brief introduction about yourself. Could you share a little bit about your own story, like what led you to move to Canada and what were your early days and what was your background?
Sure. Thank you. I moved in Canada in 2010. So earlier in Delhi, I am from India, Delhi. I was an instructor. I was the department head there, teaching computer science, programming languages. And I moved here in 2010. Though we had applied for our PR somewhere in 2000, and then the applications were delayed, and then we somehow kind of forgot about it that we want to go. And in the meantime, my husband got an opportunity to do his master's in business administration from John Moore, Liverpool University, UK. So he did get an opportunity. He made best use of it, and then he completed his MBA from John Moore, Liverpool University. So that is what kind of motivated him and encouraged him that yes, we should go. The things are way different what you see in India and what the Western world is, like the work culture, the ethics, and so he was pretty much tempted by that. So somewhere in late 2009, that is when was our application got processed and we happened to come to Canada in 2010. So we did move. Of course, initially we landed in Toronto for just 3 weeks because of the PR formality, and then we finally decided we'll move to Vancouver. Of course, as most of the people have, weather is the main attraction for Vancouver. It's milder, not that harsh. So that was one of the attraction for us as well. And though we did attend some workshops in Delhi also, just the orientation that yes, there are things are better there, but you'll still have to find your way to get the things. And I was on cloud nine. I'm so educated. I've got masters in my education, and there's so much of teaching opportunities there, and demand is there. I will get a job. Same was the case with my husband. See, I'm so qualified. I will get a job. So once we landed here, that honeymoon period, pretty excited about the way the things are, the weather. So kind of getting used to settling there. So pretty much like we took 3 months to, I would say 2.5 months to settle down, find a place to rent and see how the things go, started gathering some information. So that was the honeymoon period. And then what I started looking and working towards that, what do I want to do? So obviously teaching, and then I gathered the information that you need. It's a licensed profession, so you need your credentials and you need the certification. So I started the process with the BCTF, getting my credentials approved and evaluated, and then their recommendations. So they told me that is
Let
going to
me
take
let me
almost a
just
year.
ask you, when you were in India, did you get any information regarding any bridging programs or anything that you would need to do to an upgrade to get into the Canadian job market? Did you get to know about it through the service providers, the consultation agencies in Delhi, or anything from the Canadian High Commission in Delhi? Did you get any information from them?
We did attend the bridging program just to orient us, but they did not tell the entire process, that how long it's going to take, that you need to do. I thought because I've got my master's, I would straight away, like I'm not
Yeah.
bringing fake degrees. So it would be easier for me, but that there's a proper process that wasn't told to us, that like you have to get it approved, it might take so much time for the process to take place.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, so then you were talking about you were trying to get your license. Sorry about
license. No. So I did give my credential evaluations, and they told me the evaluation process, whatever the results, would take about a month or so, and then we can share the results with you. So once that process was done, they said, we got your evaluation done. Your credentials are fine, approved, whatever you have done, that's great, but you'll still have to do a 2-year regular education program to be ready to teach in a school. So I thought, like, spending 2 years in a full-time course, and that course was offered by SFU, and it was being offered at an alternate year. So not every year that is offered.
Okay.
So again, I'll have to wait for 1 year to get enrolled, and that course would take 2 years. So in all, 3 years. And then I asked, what are the opportunities once I complete that course, complete that program of 2 years for education? What are the job prospects? They said you'll be on call initially for 2-3 years, then you would be temporary, depending on the availability, and then you'll be a full time. So again, like that, the 5 year is a very uncertain period on call, and I thought,
Yeah.
look, like spending so much time, money, investment, and then you are still having that uncertain situation. So I thought, look, okay, let me think of other avenues. So I came to know like these settlement agencies, ISS, PC. I had joined one, my husband joined a different one. So each of us could get different piece of information and club that up, whatever best works for us, and share that information. So I came to know that the government offers different programs, different courses for the immigrants. So I came to know about that also. And then there was Skills Connect at that time. I don't know whether it is there at this time or not. But if you're educated, you can enroll in registered with the Skills Connect. So again, just getting all the pieces, whatever piece of information I was getting, because then after the honeymoon period was over, I was feeling like, where am I heading? I'm not having a job. I want to work. I'm not getting any response. And then even I lowered my bar. I started for entry level jobs, no response.
Mhm.
So I thought, look, this is not going anywhere. Like, not even a response, not even an interview call. Only when I get an interview call, I can show my skills. But if you don't get a call, how do I show my knowledge? How do I show my skills? So then people told me, you take up some courses, join a program, because just sitting idle, again, it's not going to take you anywhere. So then I took up a program, administrative assistant program, that was offered by Langara, and I enrolled there. So at least that gave me some busy time. So even though whatever I was learning, I already knew that it wasn't any different. But then, yes, I did that course with an open perspective, open eye, open mind, that there is always something to learn from somewhere.
Yeah.
So that is where I started getting more Canadian education because that was being told that unless you do something from Canada, the chances are less that you're going to get a job or a foot anywhere.
Yeah, I think around that time, a little bit earlier, we had met. But were you ever informed of any funded programs by the government for education? I don't remember when they started, but then they did start with some funded programs, through colleges like Langara and Douglas College and other colleges, institutions as well. These programs were funded and they were meant to help people get jobs.
Correct. So the program that I joined, the Administrative Assistant Certificate program, that was a funded program and I was enrolled based on your skills.
Okay, that's interesting.
So
Good.
that was a funded, and though I did join some courses on my end as well from BCIT, which were later reimbursed for your educational purposes. So you do get some funds available through Skills Connect where you can upgrade your skills, take up some courses. So there I got some funding done for those courses as well.
Yeah, that was a good program at that time. I don't know whether it is continuing because so many things have changed over the period of years. I really am also disconnected from that now. Yeah. So
So
then what?
that was a good way of entering, getting to know. So when I was just talking to my classmates, they used to ask me, and because I knew that content, I used to explain them in a simplified manner. So my program coordinator was probably in every institute, every organization, the employer keeps an eye on the newcomers. So
Yeah.
they used to kind of indirectly, not a proper way of observing, they indirectly used to observe the students, their behavior, punctuality, and the other skills. So a part of the program requirement was that you were supposed to do a practicum for 2 week duration. So whatever skills, wherever you could show those skills. So I was busy contacting again those cold calls, getting to know how to do the cold calls. So I did organize, and again, because my aim was to go into teaching, I did contact one of the organizations to give me an opportunity just to teach a course for 2 weeks. The owner of that organization did agree that yes, he will give. So I was very happy that yes, I'm getting a practicum opportunity. Others are not able to get it. But that conversation went back and forth, and I was never given a specific date when I can start and give those 2 weeks practical. So my program coordinator used to discuss with me like, what is the progress? Where are you doing your practicum? So I said like, I'm following up. I'm not getting any response. And they said, call me again and call me again. But I'm not getting anything positive. Though he did tell me that, yes, I'll give you class to teach for a week. So then my program coordinator kind of held me and guided me. She said, Langara Continuing Studies has options. Why don't you go and meet the program coordinator of the continuing studies, Langara Continuing Studies? So she sent an email, she gave me the contact details. Then I contacted the program coordinator. So then the program coordinator at that time told me that come and give me a demo class for an hour. So teach whatever topic you want to pick up, give me a demo class, and from there we'll go. So I was thinking like my program coordinator was kind of observing me, and somehow she found some skills in me which led her to give me that opportunity and guided me to meet. And then, of course, I did give that 1 hour demo class to the program coordinator. And then my program coordinator gave me an opportunity to give me one course to teach and the summer. So that is how I got my my first job at Langara Continuing Studies and a job in Canada.
Yeah, that was after how long? Since you came to?
That was almost 9 months.
Okay, not too bad. It was good.
But yeah, it was part time. But yes,
It was a
it
bit.
was in my profession.
Yeah.
It was in my profession, that was the best opportunity I could get to begin with. Because
Yeah.
my husband insisted, you're not going to do any entry level jobs. I'll do entry level jobs, but you focus on studies and settle down and focus on the house
Yeah.
and get the resources. Don't worry about the funds. So there I got a lot of support. So he focused me, just focus on your resources, gathering information, studies, courses, whatever you want to do to reach your goal.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. So, what do you think about your mindset and the way you had to? There must have been something that you did to encourage yourself too. Also, you want to persevere, and then you feel let down by people around you when things are not progressing, and w- what do you feel? What really pulled you up during those moments?
That's a very good question, Kamalji. You get those low moments, specifically when you are full of energy and you don't find your way. All your energies start draining out and you can't find the way. That is the time when you really got to pull yourself, gather your energy to remain focused. The focus is the key point for your success. So if you have a focused goal, you can work towards your focused goal, spend that time to gather your energies, and then whatever is needed to reach that goals automatically follows in, whether it is contacting people, whether it may be any goal for that matter. Getting that required information and the inputs help you to move towards your goal. So first of all, the focus should be there. Once you have a clear vision that this is what and where you want to go, the resources will start gathering automatically. And then your perseverance, your effort, and of course you have those low moments, your energies, like you're emotionally you are down, you don't find any ways. That is where your inner perspective, your inner viewing, how you view yourself and view the inside, that is what brings out the energy. And I had really good resources, and I've been reading that book for quite some time. That has always been my all-time favorite is Think and Grow Rich by
Yeah,
Napoleon Hill.
yeah, beautiful
I
book.
it's a lovely book. Anytime I feel low, like I don't see a vision, I don't see where am I heading, what do I want to do?
Yeah,
That is the book that gives me the resources and like the reinsertion of those ideas, of those thoughts from time to time is needed to remain focused.
yeah, yeah. There have been moments in everyone's life, and in my case, often when I used to feel like that, I even now it happens anytime, you feel either you are stuck or you feel that, well, you did so much, nothing is coming forward, nothing is opening up, what's going on? I just remind
Mhm.
myself, that I'm enough. That's it. And because at the end of the day, the power is in you, the light is in you. So you have to reset your own values and, reevaluate yourself where you are and what you can do with it, because you're enough actually. If you think within yourself, then no matter how many resources you have, how many support group or people you have, nothing will really help you if you sink within. So you got to reset within, and that's very important.
That's that is very well said. That resetting is required so that introspection inside
Yeah,
is really important for you to see what are your own energies, what are your potential of, so that you can rise up and show your skills and reach your goals.
are there any situations or circumstances or any part of your experience that you might want to share as an example where you managed to push yourself through, or anything that helped you feel motivated at any time that that you want to share?
Of course, there have been like the low moments and the high moments. There were the times when you feel that you really, I would like to share this little quote from one of my students. He said that you don't have time, you have to make time.
Yeah.
So
Well said.
for like sometimes we keep postponing the things like I don't have time, I don't have enough resources or time, specifically time, you're always running short of time. So he said like you don't have time, you have to make it. So you have to find ways to get your things done, whatever you are wanting to do.
Yeah, yeah, that's beautifully. A person child must have been very bright,
Yes,
inside. You have to make time. You better make way for it. You got to do it.
exactly. And he was a student who used to work like a full time. He was taking full time courses, and even the little break time he used to get his work done, his assignments done, just utilizing those 5, 5, 10 minutes, whether it was at work or at during the classes. That is where he used to get everything done, and then he was an A plus student.
Wow. Just the other day, I was talking to one lady, one very bright young lady. She also was a newcomer at one time, and now it's been more than 2 decades for her as well. And she never got way past her because she was an artist. She's an artist. And there was no way. She had beautiful paintings. She was not getting a breakthrough in the field of art. And what she said, it's now since past few years that she has been able to, have some solo artist exhibitions and all that. But earlier it was not happening. It needs a lot of money as well. A lot of money is involved. You need sponsors to showcase your work in studios, and it was just not working out. One thing is that she was a newcomer. Secondly, if you come from certain countries, it becomes harder in certain areas of work, like especially creative field like fashion or art or anything like that. It's not that easy. So she said, you know what, I realized that if one door closes, 10 will open. 10 will open if I open them. That was something very interesting, and that the doors are there. If one has closed, it's okay. But there are 10 doors or more than 10, they're available to you, but you got
Mhm.
to open them still. So, that was
That's
something
true.
which yeah, and was very encouraged, motivated by her statement. So,
Mhm.
what do you feel about the people whom you met at your workplace? Like, were they all from multicultural Canada? They were having different ethnicities. What was your take on that? Like, how do you feel interacting with them?
I was lucky enough. When I was doing my program, they were all multicultural, very diverse group of students. My instructors, my program coordinator were all different ethnicity, and I got good cooperation from them. So I did not face any discrimination, though there is discrimination in the form of very hidden, subtle discrimination you do feel. You, I always felt at my different workplaces that you are being observed, how you behave, how you work, how you do your things. So that I did observe at my different workplaces, but myself as such, not too much discrimination was encountered. So I felt a lot of support. Probably they were all from different ethnicity. That was the reason, or I was lucky enough not to get the heartburn.
Yeah,
So not that much.
yeah, that's good. That's really good. And what do you feel about the students who were with you, like whom you taught, or generally the international students? Because students get affected by the pressure, the financial pressure, by the societal pressure, and they need to work and study at the same time. About international students, most of them are here without their parents or their close family members. They do not get that fair support, emotional support, and mental support. How do you feel? How are they faring?
The students definitely struggle both emotionally, financially, and support, and they are so much caught up in meeting their financial ends meet because of the resources. They're so much caught up that they can't get enough time to reset themselves, whether to connect, because they have got to have that enough workload to get their financial support, to get their fees paid, then they cannot focus on their studies, and settling in the new environment, new system itself is a big struggle for them. And I feel that they're not getting enough resources, and even their social support is not good enough. Again, as you said, like you do encounter bully by those who are there. Initially, sometimes they are supportive, but sometimes they are kind of bully, they don't guide you. I feel that the students have a lot of pressure socially and emotionally. And I have seen some of my students in tears and kind of broken emotionally, and they can't share much with their parents back in India, or mainly India, where I feel, because our families are really close knit, very protective kind of families.
Yeah.
And when they are here by all by themselves, they feel kind of lost and all that support gone. Of course, some of them do take it as a positive learning experience, but there are others who feel kind of emotionally lost. They cannot find that support and settle down here successfully.
So, what was your observation? Were they able to acclimatize within the multicultural setup of the organization or the institution? Were they able to get the support from the institution for, any kind of peer support group? Or they had, they have counseling services and institutions. Was there anything that was helping them?
The support system is there, but I don't think they were able to avail everything, because again, they were so much tied up in getting that work, studies, and home balance. So that itself was a big struggle for them, that they were not able to utilize all the resources that were available, whether it is counseling or peer support, or for that matter, even the instructor support. Because I used to specifically, and pretty much every alternate class, I used to encourage them that these are student times that I'm available totally for you. Any assistance for that matter, you want to share, you want to have a hearty talk, come and drop, and they're all ears to you. Very few of them used to turn up. And like some of them did turn up with all the tears. There were situations as well. So again, maybe probably they are not used to that system as well to make use of those resources. So you got to get to know that yes, these resources are available and I should be able to use them. They're not in that mindset as well.
Yeah, this is something very important that you and sensitive that you have said that they were not in that mindset. So, what did let me put it correctly. Did the institution as such notice this? And did they take any steps towards making them aware by whatever means to make sure that these students are empowered with information and resources, noticing that they are not making use of them because there is money involved? Or they are spending money, they gather money from the government, they are funded for certain things like, certain programs. I want to talk about that. But what did they do to make sure that the students receive the information that they should have?
No, the resources were definitely there, and it was promoted as well. They were informed
Yeah.
from time to time. There were orientation programs. There was no dearth. So from time to time, everywhere, I used to encourage in my class that these are the resources available. They can go and use them. But again, like to be aware that yes, I need this resource and I should go and talk to them. Sometimes there were wait times, like if you need something immediately and probably you may not be able to get right away, maybe 2 days or 4 days. And maybe at that time they're not ready to have that delay. But the different resources were promoted amongst the students.
Yeah, they needed to come forth. I think if they were not having the mindset, something else probably could have brought them together. I'm not sure. Because in between, recently, COVID is not that long ago, even though it still took on for, I think, till 23, there were after effects. I still know of some people who are still facing the after effect of COVID in their lives. They still haven't they haven't bounced back in health because of whatever the after effects were. So, I mean, I'm still not able to wrap my mind that how does one empower such students who don't have that mindset? Because reaching them, they are coming to Canada, they invest money to come to Canada. Of course, now that has stopped quite a bit because of the new laws, and empowering them with hope and inner dignity that they are here to make their life, to learn, to grow. And if that doesn't sink and if what they need to do doesn't happen, is a big setback, not only for Canada, but for the individual himself.
Very true. Like they come here, they take such a bold step to leave their families and come here and settle, and then they can't find their way or suffering from mental stress, mental ailments, which is affecting their health and performance. So that is
Have you
definitely
noticed
not a good
any,
sign.
since we are talking about mental health, were there any students that were affected by mental health and substances in the college that the college could take care of, take onus or responsibility to help them and guide them through that?
I did have the students, but again, who is going to take up the responsibility when I am not sure? Like, is it the onus lies on the student or the institution because they keep providing and promoting that these are the resources. And the student is kind of getting into whether it is your emotional trap or mental stress or all combined together. Who should take up that step so that the person can kind of feel better? That I'm not sure who should take up the step.
Yeah.
Like how those dots can be connected so that the students can or the person can benefit.
Is there anyone I'm not aware of, so that's why I'm asking you. Is there any staff or any support from the medical system in BC or the hospitals, their mental health programs? Did they have any outreach programs that would connect the institution to the program? Was there anything like that that was done, or were there any workshops or related seminars that were conducted at the college, or the students were encouraged to attend?
Workshops are organized from time to time, like for procrastination or stress management during, specifically before the exam time. Those are organized. How to take care of your mental health. The counseling department does a lot of workshops from time to time and a lot of activities to grow their mental strength. And lately also there was a workshop, not a workshop, I would say a seminar on a talk on mental health, where the speaker had spoken how she gets and works towards getting her mental strength. So those are organized from time to time. Again, how much the student is able to take that initiative and get involved, that is, I feel that is a big question so that majority of the students can get benefited.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, Anu. And coming to a close, I want to talk about spirituality and religion in Canada, because Canada is huge. We have a multicultural population here, and there are many religions. One can count basically, but there are many sub-religions as well. And what
Mhm.
is your take? Like, how should one, when one is coming to a new country, what should be the take and mindset on the integration of such a person, who is very religious minded. When you're coming to Canada, you're meeting different people. What should be your approach on religion?
For me, religion is kind of a belief and practice that you follow, a framework that is guiding you to behave in the community and the society. So you don't have to leave that,
Yeah.
but you are coming to a new place. Yes, you have to be open to adapting to that new environment. That open-mindedness is very important because you have to be flexible to adapt yourself to that new environment. And again, not forgetting your own religion and thoughts. You got to keep them and you got to imbibe the new thoughts, the new environment that you are into it. So you got to incorporate the spirituality also that gives you that inner strength to face the different situations so that you can connect with that supernatural power, the energy that you have within to build that connection to stay strong in all types of situations.
Yeah,
That is
there is.
what my thoughts on this, that focus is very important to remain perseverance, follow it, and adapt. That adaptation, because obviously when you're coming to a new place, there are so many things that are different. You have to be open to that adaptation so that you can settle well, open to the change. That is important rather than being stringent to whatever you have. So you've got to be a little flexible, have whatever you have had so far, and imbibe the new things.
Yeah, yes, because we are all interconnected at some point, as humans, we are all interconnected. We are breathing the same air, we walk the same ground, we drink the same water. And so I think the phenomena called religion should be given its own space, but yet it in a larger space, in a larger space of spirituality and interconnectedness is recognized, and there is
Yes,
respect for all. It should not be me and mine. It has to
that's
be,
right.
it's a shared stage, and it is a shared responsibility, because you will know that teaching so many students, there is a point when one does feel, okay, these are my students, and you would like to see them prosper and have a positive mindset in life, so that, you value everyone. And that's how you integrate within a larger society. So yes, I do. I very strongly, I feel one has to go beyond religion, you know, unless and until you're in a very close group. One needs
Mhm.
to open up, because there is diversity in workplace, there is diversity in the common areas of entertainment, cultural groups. All these things are happening, and there is a diverse society. There are different people, they're coming from different backgrounds, and yet we are interconnected. Recognizing that is very important. Yeah, is there
And
anything?
that is why when you are sharing those common space with the diverse people, respecting each other, respecting their values, respecting them as an individual is very important.
Yeah, true. Is there anything special or any particular message that you want to share with people who are either planning to immigrate to Canada, or have recently immigrated, or even settled down? Something that should strike their minds and give them a food for thought.
One thing that I would like to share with them is have your quiet time, get your thoughts focused to decide where do you want to go, whether it is profession wise, whether it is career wise, whatever you want to achieve, study wise. Have a clear goal, a focus in your mind, and all the resources will automatically flow with it. I know you'll have to push yourself because when you have to climb up the stairs, it's hard. Coming down, falling, and letting go everything and falling behind is easy. You don't even have to make any effort, you'll automatically fall down. But you have that strength. Maybe that strength is hidden. Maybe that energy is kind of covered. You have that energy that strength. You just have to pull it, channelize it, and you can rise to whatever you dream of.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Anu, and I'm very grateful that you are here today and sharing your thoughts and your experience. And I'm sure people who watch it later will really benefit. Everyone has got something to learn from it.
Yeah, that open-mindedness from little things, because I have been to a journey where I knew most of the thing, but I still kept that open mind and I learned. It's not that I did not learn. With that open mind, there's always something new to learn and experience. Thank you for having me and giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts and beliefs.
Yeah, thank you. I look forward to meeting you once again, maybe with some specific experiences and stories and a different perspective. All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you.